Okay, you know what happened? I had talked and finished the video, and I did not realize that it had stopped recording. Bam! Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today I am going to be talking about this crazy binge reading session which I did. So I went on to read all the books in the Shatter Me series, and trust me when I say that it's huge. The list is effing long, and I binge read all of them, and I am truly amazed at even myself. But this is gonna be your guide slash review to the series, and if you should pick it up or not. Let's go. So the books go like Shatter Me, Destroy Me, Unravel Me, Fracture Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me, Shadow Me, Defy Me, Reveal Me, Imagine Me, and the final part, Believe Me. I would also like to point out that there are two novellas which are clubbed together and sold as a separate title, that's Unite Me. These are essentially the two books, Destroy Me and Fracture Me, 1.5 and 2.5. So don't get confused with that. Then there is another book, Find Me, which is a compilation of the two novellas, Shadow Me and Reveal Me. So, again, don't get confused about this. Then there are again box sets containing all the novellas in the first three parts and all of that. So, you can find all of that yourself over the internet. There are 11 books in this series, and I read them all in a span of 7 days. Even I can't believe it. I truly can't. The first book in the series is titled Shatter Me, and you can easily read the ebooks also. They're pretty much available. So, dystopian come romance series, and I think the romance really holds it together. Like, I'm not a romance reader yet. I enjoyed most of the parts, even though initially I was skipping a lot of it because too much cringe content for me. uh, so yeah, so the first part is Shatter Me. It is all about this girl, Juliet, who has these special powers, which are that if she touches anybody, that person will die. Now she does not know what her powers exactly are, because in this world she has been sent to an asylum because she has this unnatural ability, and there is a new government which has totally ruined the earth. There are no more birds in the world, and yet she keeps dreaming about birds, and flying birds to be specific. And I will get back to that angle later. A very specific bird she dreams of. And yeah, so there is no there are no oceans, there's no drinkable water. Everything is supplied and managed by the government, and the government is obviously very cruel, and all of that, yada 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 shiz. So in the first book, we are barely getting started. We just get introduced to this character Juliet and this character Adam, as well as Warner. There are three main characters throughout the whole series, and I actually pretty much enjoyed the first part, except the cringeworthy romance parts for me. So yeah, now the best part about this series is that most of the books, the main books, are from the point of view of Juliet, who's our main heroine, but the novellas are from the point of view of different characters, and that's what makes everything so interesting. Like, there are some, there is some overlapping of events in the novellas. Like, it will be an event which has already happened or will be happening again in the next book, yet reading it from a different point of view makes all the difference. I totally love that concept. And moving on, so you will see me constantly referring to the title of the books, because as I told you, honestly, even I don't remember the titles. I just read. Okay, so moving on. So initially this series was supposed to be a trilogy, but because of the fame of the series, the author went on to write more. And I think one of the novellas came out last year, which was more of a 10th anniversary celebration for the first book of Shatter Me, and also a continuation of the final storyline of the final book in the series. So after Shatter Me comes Destroy Me, which is the novella. It is from the point of view of the third character, Warner, who is supposed to be this cruel character. He's the son of the supreme commander of the North America, and he's very mean, and he gets Juliet out of the asylum, to make him his weapon, sort of, to terrorize people, to make her used to kill people and all of that. So it's from his point of view. And then we come to the next book, Unravel Me. In this book, Adam and Juliet are bonding, and they have a very cute, very, very nice storyline, um, until towards the end of the book, when you realize that Juliet is such an annoying character. And it's so annoying. I get it that um her time, she had a troubled childhood and a teenager and all of that, but she's such an annoying character that it gets to you. Same goes for Adam later on. Adam just goes on to be this weird, male chauvinist kind of person. I don't know, I just too weird for me. When we reach the third part, now everything in the third part happens very quickly. Like, there is a secret group which is trying to take over the new government, because obviously they're so terrible. They've destroyed the earth, they've possibly made it unlivable and all of that. So that is a huge concept in the book, that how these new people are destroying the earth, and which stands kind of true for today's time. And I was really amazed. There's something as cryptocurrency as well in the book, and I'm like, damn woman, you wrote it back then. Anyway, so yeah, so there's this group which wants to take over the new government, and they recruit our three main characters basically. Okay, spoiler ahead, we eventually find out that Juliet is not the only one with powers. So, yeah, there are a lot many people, and they are called as unnaturals by the government, and the government is aware of them, and there are a lot of them. So a part of this group has more or less the unnaturals who wants to take over the new government. So the third part is essentially the conclusion. Like, it was supposed to be a trilogy, as I said. So it's the conclusion, yet it's so rushed. It's so rushed. Like, the conclusion, like, you're waiting for the climax, and the climax comes like this, and then you're like, huh? That's it? So yeah. So that left me a little confused, and I was so glad that there was a fourth part, because the third part, even though it was good, it was fast paced and all of that, it eventually was like, oh, I wanted more. There should have been more writing. And also, let me just tell you, for the first three parts I was essentially just skipping or skim reading the romance part, so that's why it was more easier or quicker for me to finish up the first three parts. Now, let's come to the fourth part, which honestly was my favorite, because it had mature romance, and the dystopian level was crazy. Like, the balance between dystopia and romance was just perfect, because it's essentially a dystopian series, and that's what I'm expecting from this series. And when you write a book which has, the author went bam, take another fact, bam, take another fact. It was like this. She was giving out facts and OMG moments like that in book number 4, which is Restore Me. And I loved it. I truly loved that book. I must say, if you reach the fourth book, you will start loving the character Kenji. He is my absolute favorite character. I totally love him. I love how sassy he is, how he's able to, light up a situation, how cooperative he is. He has his own issues, but he does not pile on others, and that's the best part about him. Also, I know by the end of the fourth book, there will be a lot of Warner lovers as well. Warner lovers unite. I know he is also a very, very good series character. Actually picks up after the fourth, like after the third one. There is so much more happening, and I truly like that. I felt like after the third book, the characters matured a lot, and that's something amazing to read. Then moving on, the fifth book is also a good book. I don't have much to say about it, but what I do have to say about is the sixth book, which is essentially the finale of the series. It's amazing, the information and everything, the way the series ended. I truly enjoyed it, but the sixth book was here and there. Like there were things happening. There was one fact, there was another fact, another fact, another fact. But these facts were not conjoined. Like the author could not sew them together. She was just throwing out facts in the sixth book, and that's essentially okay with me. But that felt a little weird. Like up till the fifth book, like 5.5, everything was so amazing, and sixth book just felt a little out of place, and it was a finale. I don't know why that happened, but it was amazing. If you ask me, if I loved the series or I liked how it ended, I did. I truly liked how it ended. There was a lot going on towards the end, and I absolutely enjoyed it, no lie in that. Do think that there was no need for a 6.5 novella. 6.5 is essentially the two characters who was getting married towards the end of the book 6. It's like an epilogue extended, and there's no harm in that. It's truly for one character lover fans. So yeah, that's there. Now to answer some of the major questions, is it necessary to read the novellas? I would definitely give it a yes, because even though whatever information is shared in the novellas are like, that information is eventually shared in the next installment, next main book as well. But reading it, as I said, every novella is from the point of view of a different person, and reading it actually gives you more insight into the world. Then, would I recommend this series to everybody? No, I would only recommend it to people who like reading dystopian books and romance books, like single. If you only like dystopian or only like romance, so then also it's okay. Because if you are somebody who likes dystopian novels like me, you can always skim read the romance part. And if you're somebody who likes romance, there's a lot in it, so you won't be disappointed with that. And you can always just read the first part and see for yourself if you like this book or not, because the first part is fast paced as well as very concise. There's not much going on, there's just very particular 5 6 things to make you hooked to the series, and which is like a brilliant work. So read the first part and decide for yourself, I will say. But don't go in expecting sci-fi, because that's not there, and that's not what this series is about. I will say that the story is very much plot driven, and the character growths are too high. Although towards the end there were some characters which were just big time a-holes, and they were so fucking annoying. But that's their character growth, that's them being them. Also, as I said, there were some references in the beginning, like the flying bird, and then there's another character. Like, I really feel there could have been so much more with these references. There's this one character, Adam, who I truly hoped would, stay the main character towards the end. But after the third or fourth book, he was lost within the plot line, and there wasn't much going on with him, which truly mattered to me. Like, I was very deeply involved with these three characters by that time, so I was hoping there would be much more going on with them, but that did not happen. So there are obviously flaws in the storyline, and you might find them too, but I would still say it was worth my time and all the binge reading sessions. It was so much fun. And yeah, that's all. If you have any other questions or you want to talk about this series with me, please do, because obviously I could not share everything on this video considering the time constraint and spoilers. So if you have anything, then reach out to me. And that's all. I can't wait to read Taherah Mafi's next book, This Woven Kingdom. That's on my TBR. So let's see how that goes. Bye.